Namaste. Hi, my name is Sarita Parish from England. You may not believe my name is Sarita because I understand it is a Nepalese name. And here I am on my last day before I go home. And this is my 6th trip to Nepal. Been to Everest View Trek was my first visit. I've been to Langtang, Gosekunda, I've been to Japan. I've been to various places now and I've really enjoyed it. And yes, so this is my 6th visit. My experience of food in Nepal. So I understand that the main meal is dal bhat, and it is a dish that people have almost breakfast, lunch and dinner. But I'm amazed at what they can put together. It's been really lovely, and we've been to some tea houses where they can put simple food and make it something really, really special, make it tasty. And it is amazing how they can just, rustle up a meal from nothing, and it's wonderful. Really good experience. Regarding the Nepalese people, I've never been to a place before where people are so welcoming. I feel safe, I feel at ease. Everyone is so friendly. They're genuinely asking how I am. Everywhere they say, where are you from? And they're genuinely interested in who I am, and they're helpful, and they're just curious but in a good way, and I just feel so at ease. Being a female on my own travelling, I've never felt so safe, and I love the people here. They're so naturally interested and naturally really nice people. The people in Nepal, they are so friendly, they make me feel so at ease, and being a female travelling on my own, I've just felt so comfortable. I've stayed in several different places, from tea houses to 4-star hotels, but the people in the tea houses, they're just so welcoming, and they just make me feel like I'm part of the family. They make me feel comfortable. They ask me if they can do anything for me, and it's just like an extended family. And I can't recommend it, to people. You must come here just for the people. They're lovely. I've travelled quite a bit now, and I've been to probably about 50 countries. And the first time I came to Nepal, I thought I'd go to the Everest View Trek rather than base camp, and just because I wasn't sure how I'd get on, and I was in awe of the country after that. The experience of the countryside, the people, the tea houses, I just went back home and people said it just totally changed me. I was so relaxed, it just made me feel so at ease, so comfortable, and after that I just decided to come back. And as I mentioned before, this is my 6th time now, and I recommend it to everyone to come here. It's not just about the mountains, it's about the people. I've done the mountains, I've done the lakes, the villages, different experiences, and each time I think there's something more that the country's got to offer, and I keep coming back. Previous to this trip, I would say Langtang was one of my favourite trips. The people were lovely, the views, etc., etc. But this time it was a slightly different holiday, probably more lakes than mountains, and Rara Lake was a wonderful experience, something that I hadn't done before. The views from the top were amazing. The photos I've taken, and I'll show people when I go home, it just doesn't capture the beauty of the area. And while staying at Rara, I was at tea house, and there was a marriage ceremony, and it was just lovely. They just made me feel part of the family, and to see these people enjoying themselves, it just made me love it so much. And then from Rara we went on to Paudel, and we stayed in a tree house, and that was an experience and a half. Staying there in this tree house on the top, not knowing what was going on outside, whether a tiger was watching or an elephant, who knows, but just the total experience of being out there with no humans about, just animals about. Yeah, it's an experience that I would recommend to anyone. People ask, so why do I keep coming back to Nepal? There's just so much to offer. It's not just about climbing, up to Everest Base Camp. There's so many different places, and the experiences, even on this trip, I've travelled on tuk-tuk, so I've travelled on the river in boats. I've travelled minibuses, had a lift from lorry drivers. I mean, the experiences of the people, they're just so friendly, and it just makes it such a memorable place to be. And there's more places to go. I'm even looking at going to Dolpa for next year, and I go back home and people just say, I've got a big smile on my face and I'm so relaxed, and they say, you've been back to Nepal again. It's like, yes. Okay, so finally, just to summarise, I would like to say Dhanyabad to Nepal and all the people. I've got now I have got two families. I've got Mitini in Kathmandu, and also my guide Bikul. I have his family, and they're just so welcoming, and I'd like to thank them as well. Today is my last day, and I'm here in Chitlang. As you can see, we've got the huckleberry pickle, which is a local product, and also the apricot wine, which is produced locally, as well as the goat's cheese. And I'd just like to say that I'm quite sad to be leaving, and I love Nepal, and I'll be back soon. Thank you so much. Dhanyabad. Now I'll keep coming back for trip number 7 next year.